All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here again with Tom Segura. This time we are at the C4 Performance Center. C4 Performance Center?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's incredible.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, it's awesome. And we're going to do some squats to start off. We might end up doing some deadlifts as well, but let's get to it. In my opinion, this is the ultimate squat warm-up right here. And if you just did this, this would be all you need. Grab onto something like an upright that's sturdy, and then just lower your hips. So like if you let go, you would fall on your ass. And then you would slowly kind of work your way into this position and like try to let go. But for my first round, I'm just laying back. Yeah. And then what I do is like, I'll kind of just stretch my hammies. And like, I don't have to straighten out my knees. I just hold my feet and then do that. And then I can kind of just like weasel back and forth between the two of them. And the goal here is like, you want to be able to compress your knee a little bit. And then what we'll do is we'll just rotate back and forth.
And would you do this when you were even like training like heavy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but I got to a point where I could just sit in a deep squat for 5 minutes straight. And I would do that at night. I would do that before bed, you know.
You guys were squatting, you said, all the time.
All the time. That's like,
you seem traumatized.
Yeah. No, it is insanely traumatizing to the point of like, have you heard of the Bulgarians?
Like the lifters there?
Team?
Yeah.
So it's legendary.
Yeah.
And there's this video you need to watch, man. It's free. It's on YouTube. And the leader of the Bulgarian team, the coach, Ivan Abadjev. So it was 3 sessions a day.
3 sessions a day?
Yeah, but here's what the sessions were. Start with a front squat, max out, period. Then snatch, max out. Clean and jerk, max out, maybe end with a front squat. That's session 1. And it's only maximum. They would go put the reds on, which are 25s, front squat, reds on. So now we're at 265 pounds. That's your second rep.
Yeah.
Go. Now you put the next reds on. Now you're at 375. Now you put the next reds on. Now you're at 4. So it's 220 kilos. Yeah. In 4 reps. They don't do more than 1 rep, and they just did this. So that was session 1. Then you have like a coffee, smoke break.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe play some table tennis with your homies, then come back, do it again. 3 times a day.
Would you, when you were...
and I would never do that, but that was the Bulgarian way.
But when you were building up your squat, right, to train, would you, like, it only really helps you to end up obviously being the strongest. So would you do high weight, low rep stuff? Like that was that was basically it.
Yeah. For me, what was interesting, being a longer athlete, is you would expect like, grow your legs, so do more volume. But the reality is, if I do a lot of volume in a squat, because I'm covering such distance, I can get out of position much easier. So one of my coaches who was under Ivan Abadjev at one point, his name's Max Ada, and he knows all about the Bulgarian system, which is, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Nuts.
He was like, no, do less reps because you're tall.
Yeah.
A shorter guy can do a set of 10 and he'll never be out of position, but you would do a set of 10.
Yeah.
Reps 6, 7, 8, 9,
You're
10.
like the antithesis of the Olympic building, like a body build for that.
100%.
Long and lean.
But there's some aspects that
it's helpful in?
Yes.
In which way?
Is pulling. Because I got long arms, and I have a pretty big deadlift. But
do you want to use tibs too or no?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't the Iranians have a really good training program too?
So the Iranians are always...
They're always in it.
Yeah. But they're like full send. They just go, like, if your maximum in the snatch is something, they're pretty much their first attempt is gonna be maximum.
God.
Yeah.
Really?
So they bomb out a lot. So yeah, some level of like dorsiflexion work like this, and then working your hamstrings and groin in squat pattern. My legs already feel better.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get up to on squat?
My best was 510. Which, bro, I'm telling you, at my body weight, nothing that great. 230 kilos, like for a guy who weighs 110, like there were guys, I know tons of guys who were 250 range, was 550. couple who got up to 300 kilos, which is 660, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, it's a well-known thing, like in weightlifting.
Yeah.
We don't really have any other options here to get you better at weightlifting other than snatching and clean and jerking. So like
squat your ass off.
Squat your ass off. Okay. The idea that I've always thought of with the back squat is like, okay, so now we're comfortable kind of falling into this spot. Mm-hmm. We don't want to change any of that patterning when the bar's on our back.
Yeah.
What I see a lot of is people putting the bar on their back and then everyone goes, chest up, weight the heels, and then they start doing this thing and they like fall, whatever. Yeah. What we just did where we like hang on to this, we just want to match that. So basically, it's like, it's okay if your low back is a little bit round, but the key is finding this spot, no matter what's happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the more important thing is the bottom, and then we'll work our way from there.
Okay.
And every time I teach this to someone who's like, I don't really like the back squat, every time I teach it to them, they're like, oh, I like the back squat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, I think, like I was saying, a lot of times, people like worry about this.
Yeah.
They're like chest up, and then it's like this really awkward movement. And I just kind of say that, like, just relax and fall into that spot. And it kind of just works, you know?
Yeah.
As long as you have that mobility that we worked on before. Good. Toes out a little bit. Good. Now just try to hit that bottom position. Good. Pause down there. Good. It's almost like you just want to relax in the bottom position. Just to figure it out. Oh, dude. Yeah, great. Everyone will say, what about the posture? Because, we're like relaxing in the bottom position. It almost never is an issue.
Yeah.
Especially once you have weight. People are like, oh, but your back is going to fall apart. It's like your brain will not let you hunch in the bottom position, So again, it's like, if you can't be comfortable here, why are we working on the squat? Yeah. We have to get you comfortable there before doing anything. And that was the thing with the snatch, clean and jerk. People are like, do 60, 70 kilos, and it would look bad. And I'd be like, okay, show me your bottom position, your snatch. And they'd like, couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it.
Be like, have you seen this sport? The whole thing is down there.
It's clear you've done this 10,000 times. Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. Just fall. It's okay. Keep your eyes up. Yeah, like even there, it might seem like you're collapsing, but you're actually fine. Is that elbow?
Like my shoulder is a little weird. That's
so then widen your hand.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go.
Much
Just
better.
less stress. Does that feel better?
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. I took this for granted for sure.
Yeah.
Because I've done this 10,000 times, my mobility to just back squat is.
I'm sure.
But there is like a decent cohort of people who don't have like good mobility to go like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That. Yeah.
So if you're grabbing it and you're like, oh, my elbows basically you have to warm up your chest.
Oh, too.
You have to warm up your chest and shoulders because it is a stressful thing.
Guess what? I got it.
There we go. How much time was that? 20 minutes? Now kind of a similar process. Maybe let's do like one pause. Just really sit, come up, and then one nice and smooth. So it'll be like unrack, and then wherever your hand placement you want. If you want to be out here, that's fine. I don't really mind. Toes out. We're gonna be down and just kind of find that spot. Come up, and then we'll be here. Nice and smooth.
Okay.
You got a nice dumper.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, good. Now nice and smooth. Good. That's all. So those shoes.
Yeah, they're not right for this. I know.
Terrible for squat.
I know.
No shoes might be better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because basically what I'm wearing is a barefoot shoe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
It's just I don't want you to slip, but I don't think you will. Okay, so now no pause. Just kind of get the tempo of everything. Nice feet positioning.
Good?
Yeah, great. Oh, it looks so much better without the shoes. That looks great. So we could push depth a little bit more. And something that you could try doing is lowering the bar just a little bit.
Okay.
Have you seen the difference between low bar and high bar squatting?
I mean, I've seen the positioning on people. I haven't really seen what the difference between like choosing one versus the other is.
So like in Olympic weightlifting, it's exclusively high bar.
Okay.
Because it will translate more to the positioning when you catch a clean.
Yeah.
You have to be upright,
Oh,
or else
right.
you're dropping the bar. So a high bar position in Olympic weightlifting simulates being more vertical. So
Got it.
your chest. A lot of times people have mobility issues, maybe some level of just like out of practice with being in that vertical position because it is really demanding. They'll lower the bar to like sometimes like down here. And then that means in order for, because you can't sit up if the bar's down here. So you have to kind of like lean like this.
Yes.
So that's when you see a lot of guys kind of squatting like this. Have you seen that?
Yes.
So that's the low bar positioning. That's typically done in powerlifting.
Powerlifting, yeah. Not Olympic.
Guys who are trying to play with the line of, you know, depth and whatever.
Yeah.
For you, what I want to do is actually mid bar,
Okay.
erring more towards the side of high bar.
Where was mine positioned?
Yours was high.
It was high.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so what we see with that high position is you start to like pull forward and everything's on your toes. When you can lower the bar, now you can be more mid-foot.
Okay.
I don't want weight in the heels, I want mid-foot. So you're kind of like here before, which is fine, right? But I actually would like you to be here. See the difference?
Yeah.
Here to there.
Okay.
So I'll do it with you. But I can still be somewhat vertical. You see? So what you want to do is you'll get the low bar or the mid bar set up on the rack actually. So I would say right there, yeah. Good. And it's now I want your eyes to be on this like hex stuff right there. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. Now can we get a little bit lower and sit, just like pause and go. That was really good. Okay, one more of those. Pause, go. Hell yeah, dude. Sweet. Noticeably better.
Really?
Yeah, noticeably. Cool. I kind of like the pauses on you right now. Do they feel all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Feels okay.
Let's just keep doing pauses.
Okay. Yeah, this is like a...
Squeeze it. Squeeze. Resist. Kill me. Squeeze it. Up. Squeeze. Harder. Yeah. Resist.
All right, here we go.
It's really crazy how many breaks you guys take.
Whoa, chill,
boy.
dude.
Jesus Christ. All I see you is just standing there, man. You doing anything today?
Yeah, I got 10 seconds left on my break.
Okay.
Beautiful. Let's do it. Remember eyes at that spot. Yep. Chill. Lower. Good. Good. Everything feel all right?
Yeah.
Cool. So right now, yeah, we're just working depth over weight. And what I realized, it's such like a pressure valve release for people to like learn to squat where they just sit.
Yeah.
Just relax and sit.
Yeah.
Build everything from there. It just changes the way everyone
You know,
thinks.
I've never told you my squat history. So when I was in 5th grade, I was playing Pee-wee football. And I had I was chasing this kid and I grabbed onto his jersey and he got hit this way and my back went like this. So I got a 3rd degree, 5th lumbar, like injury, spondylolisthesis, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Did it fracture? Did you fracture?
Didn't fracture it, but it's like a disc movement.
Hernia?
So I'm 10 years old, right? And so you go to the hospital and they check you out, make sure you don't have like catastrophic damage.
Yeah.
But you know, there's like this weird discomfort. Well, I got it into my head at that age that like you can't do squats, right?
Yeah.
Like because like you have a back injury. So I'd still do leg things, but I would do like leg press.
But you would never.
I would never. And like even in like high school, when we're doing like training in the gym, I'm like, oh yeah, I can't squat.
So that,
And I didn't squat again until I was like 35.
you know, that's like a natural response.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, a great example of this is Andrew Tackett. He's a guy who I worked with. He's a jiu-jitsu competitor. He's incredibly good. He'll be, in my opinion, he'll probably be #1 in the world at some point. And he came into the gym to work with me at 16 years old. He goes, I don't deadlift. And I was like, why? He's like, my low back is messed up. I was like, okay, that's exactly why we're gonna deadlift.
Yeah.
And so what I did with him was like, don't think of the deadlift as the deadlift.
Yeah.
Grab a bar, maintain this posture, hinge, stretch your hamstrings to just below the knee, and stand up. Can you do that? He's like, yeah, I can do that, no problem. I'm gonna go do that 20 times. We'll do 3 sets of 20 today. He came back in on Friday. I go, okay, now we're gonna add weight. We're gonna start standing. And we're just gonna tap and stand. And we had 10 pounds on each side. I go, okay, do a set of 20. He's like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
We kept doing that exact process until he was doing sets of 8 at 280 pounds. And that was 16 weeks later, so 4 weeks after that.
Yeah.
And he's like, my back has never felt better. I'm like, yeah, and you're doing the deadlift. Not only are you doing the pattern of the deadlift, but you're doing it with a ton of weight.
Yeah.
So it's like people don't normally conceptualize that breadth of time.
Yeah.
And the difference in a barbell and a max effort back squat.
Right.
Even though there's the same movement and it just takes loading in
Well,
between.
I wish I had
I would've-
accepted the idea that I could. Like I really was like, oh, I can't do that.
No, you can't. Yes.
But then I'm like, it's like,
Or
I'm
you'd be
like,
surprised how, I mean, actually you wouldn't. Most people do that.
yeah.
Most
And
people
then
do
the
that.
first time I did it again was with Sean.
With Sean?
Yeah, maybe I was 36. Yeah. Yeah, you got a nice dumper, dude. Really nice.
Man, you should have seen it in the prime weightlifting.
Was it notably
fucked up.
different?
It looked like fucked up big.
Really?
It was like really good. Yep. Good. You can kind of just hang down there. Good. And racket.
Racket?
Yeah. So do you notice how you're kind of like falling back when you hit the bottom? You're like, you get to the bottom and you're kind of starting to roll back. So just a way to try to like just be conscientious about that. It's like almost like you hit this position and then you kind of rocking back.
Yeah.
You can like think, pull your knees apart. You can think just like chest a little bit more
I think I'm
forward.
doing that because I'm thinking of, in my mind, I'm thinking of depth. So I'm trying to get as.
Yeah, and that's okay if you just don't fall back. You know what I mean? Don't let yourself fall back.
Okay.
It's more about like being able to compress into that bottom position
Okay. Without the rollback.
without the rollback.
Okay.
You know, it depends. It's just like if I teach you that and now it's like, oh, now your chest is too far forward. It's always like a game of tweaking back and
Sure.
forth. And that is training in a nutshell.
Well, I guess this isn't like going to be a surprise to you, but I think for the longest time too, when I first got doing some squats, because I don't obviously do it like hardcore or like it's just like part of the regimen. For the first few years, my squat was,
Yeah,
like
of
that.
course. And so essentially,
And I thought that, by the way, was like in my head, I'm like, yeah, it's a full squat.
right.
I didn't even know that I'm not going down.
Again, most people do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And what they're thinking is they unrack and they go chest up. And I call it like a fight squat.
Yeah.
They're just fighting.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, I guess this is squatting.
Yeah.
And what I say is like, forget about everything. Just sit down there.
Just sit.
And then figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how few coaches are saying that. And it's like almost every person I've worked with personally on that, they're like, oh, I love squats now.
Right.
I used to hate them. I would just skip them. I would just go do the leg press because I
Yeah.
feel it more.
Yeah.
You know? So, okay, so here now, this elevation in weight, it's the same that we've been doing, but now it's going to start feeling a little bit more intense. So you have to be conscientious of your core. So now it's like take a noticeable breath in, hold your breath throughout the whole movement, and then as you're standing up, you can breathe out because you're kind of relaxing. So
a deep breath in at the top.
Yep. So same thing. I kind of find out where my feet are. Knowing, okay, now I got my eyes looking at the spot, and I can just do a little breath here.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no rollback.
Yes. Yeah, just kind of. So we'll have to play around with it. Again, it's more just compressing. Allow yourself to get down there with your eyes in that spot. And the reason why the eyes in that spot is such a big thing is it won't really allow your back to round fully.
If your eyes
It's
are
a nice little hack.
Yeah.
There are some people, like, I don't know if you've seen weightlifters that are like, that.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
But there's
yeah.
been some massive squats of guys like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's a good spot. Good. Make sure your feet in the right spot. Go a little bit wider. Right there. Yep. Eyes. Go ahead, sit down there. Good. One more of those. Good. How'd that feel?
Good.
Let's we'll do this set and then we'll move on to deadlift.
Okay.
And then we'll literally end the video. We'll just do another video of deadlift.
I feel like she's like, how much are these pussies lifting?
Dude, I totally like I have to be able to relinquish being a pussy. You know, I have to be able to
Oh, right.
be a pussy because like the weights that I lifted, like I'll never touch again.
But you shouldn't either.
No.
For life.
For my life.
Enjoyment
yes.
of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to go to the gym, Tom, on a Sunday,
Yeah.
and I would be there for 4 hours squatting. I'm not kidding. I would take half-hour breaks every once in a while, but it was like the bar was just loaded, and I would come in.
I feel like today's athlete too, though, especially when they're like they realize the competition days are behind them.
Yeah.
Like pro football players.
Yeah.
They're much more accepting of like, yeah, I don't need to be able to do that, and also my body's gonna feel better, and I'm gonna enjoy life more. If I can still train, but I don't have to go to the extremes anymore.
Yes. And you realize too, it's like I can improve on so many different things physically,
Right.
other than just the big lifts.
Yeah.
But it's nice to just have a good squat pattern. Okay, so this will be the
Yeah.
last set. Nothing heavy today, but good stuff to learn.
That looked nice.
A little bit lower. Oh yeah, looks great, dude. What do you think? Looks good, right?
Healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy.
All right, that's it for the squat section.
Light work.
Yeah,
Feels good.
just getting the pattern down, moving. Not a stressful workout by any stretch, but your squat looks good, dude.
Thanks, man. I feel like I have a new perspective on the
how to
movement.
do it. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
totally.
Yeah. Starts from the bottom and then build it up from there. Okay.
Now we're here.